Well, my next guest has consulted with President-elect Trump about his eventual pick for the Supreme Court. Judge Andrew Napolitano is our Fox News senior judicial analyst. So who's it going to be?
Well, I don't know who it's going to be, but he wants a person most like Justice Scalia, not necessarily in terms of temperament and personality.
Too bad, because he was fun to read and listen.
Yes, he was. But in terms of the idea that the meaning of the Constitution was fixed at the time it was ratified, a theory generally called originalism. Now, this is not just something in the weeds. It profoundly affects how judges rule. Justice Ginsburg, for example, believes the Constitution changes to adapt to political needs.
A living, breathing document.
Correct. President-elect Trump rejects that and takes the Scalia view that if the Constitution is going to change, the states are going to have to ratify amendments because that's the only way it can change.
That's what Justice Scalia used to say from the bench. He used to say, you want to say that there's a constitutional right to an abortion or to, have certain kinds of relations and so on.
Right.
Why do you want 9 guys or gals in robes up here to make that decision? You go get the American people to pass an amendment, make it clear that's the constitutional right.
So he is looking for a person who generally accepts that view of judging from the Supreme Court.
Now, in your view, will the Democrats ever vote to confirm another originalist?
No. And the reason I can say that is because they said so today. Senator Schumer on another network said the unthinkable. After ripping into the Republicans for their refusal to hold hearings on Merrick Garland, a perfectly qualified judge, but somebody nominated in the lame duck part of President Obama's presidency. He has suggested that the Democrats might engage in enough parliamentary tricks to prevent President-elect, it will be President at the time, President Trump's nominee from even being voted upon in the Senate until the 2018 congressional elections, when the Democrats think they will control the Senate.
And we're going to talk about his flip-flop, his incredible, obvious flip-flop in a minute. But what would that do to the Supreme Court if they were stuck with 8 justices for the next couple of years?
Well, a tie vote in the Supreme Court, which doesn't always happen, but has happened since Justice Scalia's death, means that the decision below becomes the law. It's not a ruling on the merits. It's just a refusal to disturb that decision below. But I can tell you that the Supreme Court does want a 9th member, no matter who it is, because they feel they have more integrity when they have a full membership, and President Trump believes that.
When he was confirmed in the 80s, right?
Yes.
It's still a partisan nation. There's still a divided government. It was confirmed, I think it was 98 to 0.
Correct.
He didn't have anybody vote against him. It's just 2 people were missing.
Correct. It does not.
It wasn't that there were fewer liberals or Democrats.
It was a different time, and there was more civility. It does not appear that, no matter who it is, that will happen this time.
Great to see you, Judge.
Likewise.